Hello students, today I am going to teach you ninth lesson in your textbook, that is called fractions. First look at these diagrams. These rectangles are in same size. First rectangle divided into two parts. Second one divided into three parts. Here also divided into three parts. This rectangle divided into four parts. And here again divided into four parts. Here I am going to write this shaded part as a fraction. Total number of parts are 2. Out of 2 parts, one part is shaded. So you can write it as a fraction, half. Then second one, total number of parts 3. Out of 3 parts, one part is shaded. Then write the shaded part as a fraction. It is 1 over 3. Here out of 3 parts, 2 parts are shaded. Shaded part as a fraction is 2 over 3. Here total number of parts 4. Out of 4 parts, 1 part is shaded. Shaded 1 as a fraction, 1 over 4. Last one, 4 parts, and out of 4 parts, 3 parts are shaded. Here 3 over 4. Now I am going to write the way of reading of these fractions. First one you can read as 1/2. Second one you can read as 1/3. One-third. Here 2/3. Third one you can write as 2/3. Fourth one, 1/4. And this one, 3/4. Now I am going to write this fraction as another way. We can write it as 1 over 2. 1 over 2. This one 1 over 3. Here 2 over 3. We can read this as quarter or 1 over 4. This one you can write as 3/4 or 3 over 4. When we are writing these fractions, we can use any method. All are correct. Now look at these examples. Here total number of parts are 9. Out of 9 parts, 4 parts are shaded. So we can write it as 4 over 9. The way of reading is 4/9. Or you can write it as 4 over 9. Look at this example. Total number of parts are 8. Out of 8 parts, 3 parts are shaded. So shaded parts as a fraction, 3 over 8. The way of reading is 3/8 or 3 over 4. 3 over 8. To read these fractions, this is the most commonly used method. 3 over 8, 3 over 9, 3 over 4. That method we use most commonly. Now look at this fraction, 2 over 5. This number above this line we call numerator. This number below this line we call denominator. Name of this number is numerator. Name of this number is denominator. The number above this line we call numerator. The number below this line we call denominator. Now you have to learn about several types of fractions. First one is unit fractions. In unit fractions, numerator is always 1. This is the numerator. If this numerator is 1, we call it is a unit fraction. Now I am going to write some examples for unit fractions. 1 over 2, 1 over 3, 1 over 7, 1 over 12. In all these fractions, numerator is 1. So this type of fractions we call unit fractions. Now second type, it is proper fractions. In proper fractions, numerator is less than denominator. These four are also proper fractions because numerator is less than denominator. Numerator is less than denominator. I am going to write another examples for proper fractions. Look at here. 3 over 5. Here numerator is 3, denominator is 5. Numerator is less than denominator. Another example, 4 over 7, 9 over 10, 7 over 15. All these fractions, numerator is less than denominator. So we call these are proper fractions. Now look at third type. It is improper fraction. If numerator is greater than denominator, we call it is improper fraction. I am going to write examples. 5 over 4, 8 over 3, 11 over 5. Here numerator is 5, denominator is 4. Numerator is greater than denominator. This type of fraction we call improper fraction. We are going to learn about these fractions further in grade 7. In grade 6, you have to learn about unit fractions and proper fractions only. In grade 7, we will learn about improper fractions further. Now I am going to teach you about equivalent fractions. Look at these diagrams. Here this rectangle divided into two parts and one part is shaded. So I am going to write shaded part as a fraction. It is half. Second one, out of 4 parts, 2 parts are shaded. It is 2 over 4. Here total number of parts 8. Out of 8 parts, 4 parts are shaded. The fraction is 4 over 8. But when you consider these large rectangles, these large 3 rectangles, they are in equal size. Half of this rectangle shaded. In this large rectangle, half also shaded. Here in this large one, half is shaded. Shaded parts are same size in all 3 diagrams. So what you can say about these 3 fractions? They are equal. We call these fractions are equivalent fractions. Here shaded quantities in each figure above are the same. So we can write these 3 fractions are equal. Half equal, 2 over 4 equal, 4 over 8. These fractions are equivalent fractions. Now I am going to teach you to write equivalent fractions for given fractions. First method is by multiplying both numerator and denominator by the same whole number. By multiplying both numerator and denominator by the same number, we can write equivalent fractions. Now look at these examples. First one, half. I am going to write 2 equivalent fractions for each. You can multiply both numerator and denominator by a whole number, same whole number. I am going to multiply both by 2. 1 multiplied by 2, 2. 2 multiplied by 2, 4. Then again I am going to multiply this fraction by a whole number. Here I take whole number as 5. You can write any whole number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, any whole number. But these two should be same. Multiply both numerator and denominator by same whole number. If you write 10 here, you have to write 10 also. Now what is the answer here? 1 multiplied by 5, 5. 2 multiplied by 5, 10. Now we can say half, 2 over 4, 5 over 10. These three equal. And these two are equivalent fraction to half. So these three are equal. Half equal, 2 over 4 equal, 5 over 10. Then second one, I am going to write two equivalent fraction to 2 over 5. Multiply both numerator and denominator by any whole number, same whole number. Here I am going to take it as 3. 2 multiplied by 3, 6. 5 multiplied by 3, 15. Then I am going to write another equivalent fraction. I am going to multiply here by 10. 2 multiplied by 10, 20. 5 multiplied by 10, 50. Now these three are equivalent fractions. 2 over 5 equal to 6 over 15 equal to 20 over 50. Look at third example. Here I am going to write two equivalent fraction to this one. Multiply this one by 6. 8 multiplied by 6, 48. 9 multiplied by 6, 54. Then multiply this one by 11. You can select any number here, right? 8 into 11, 88. 9 into 11, 99. Now these three are equal. We can say these fractions are equivalent fractions. 8 over 9 equal 48 over 54. 88 over 99. Now look at here another method we can use to write equivalent fractions. It is by dividing both the numerator and denominator by the same whole number. First method, we multiplied numerator and denominator by same whole number. In this method, you have to divide both numerator and denominator by the same whole number. Look at first example, 4 over 8. Here I am going to divide both by 2. You have to write same whole number for to divide numerator and denominator both. 4 divided by 2, 2. 8 divided by 2, 4. Then you can divide both numerator and denominator by 4. 4 divided by 4, 1. 8 divided by 4, 2. These three fractions are equal. We can say these three are equivalent fractions. 4 over 8 equal 2 over 4 equal half. Now look at second example, 6 and 12. What are the numbers you can divide both numerator and denominator? You can divide both by 2, or you can divide both by 3, or you can divide both by 6. I'm going to write all the ways here. 6 divided by 12 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2, 3. 12 divided by 2, 6. Again you can divide both numerator and denominator by 3. 6 divided by 3, 2. 12 divided by 3, 4. Again you can divide these 2 by 6. 6 divided by 6, 1. 12 divided by 6, 2. Now here I write 3 equivalent fractions for this one. These 4 fractions are equal. 6 over 12 equal 3 over 6 equal 2 over 4 equal 1 over 2. Look at this third example, 24 over 48. You can divide both by 2. It is 12 over 24. Then I am going to divide both numerator and denominator by 3. It is 8 over 16. Then you can divide both by 4. 6 over 12. Then I am going to divide both by 6. 4 over 8. Then you can divide both by 8. 3 over 6. Then I am going to divide both by 12. 2 over 4. And the last one, you can divide both by 24. It is 1 over 2. There are 7 equivalent fractions. We wrote for 24 over 48. But in the exam they ask about write 2 equivalent fractions, write 3 equivalent fractions. When you are writing answers for the paper, you don't want to write all equivalent fractions. Write answers for what they are asking. If they are asking to write 2 equivalent fractions, just write only 2 equivalent fractions. Now I am going to teach you comparison of fractions. Comparison means you have to find the smallest one, largest one, and arranging it in ascending order or arrange it in descending order. Can you remember we arrange integers in ascending order and descending order? We compare integers in first term lesson. Now in this lesson you have to compare fractions. First subtopic is comparison of fractions having same denominator. Look at this example. Denominator is same, it is 5, but different numerators. Numerator different but same denominator. Here look at this instruction. The larger fraction is the fraction with larger numerator. Here which one has the larger numerator? It is 4 over 5. It has larger numerator. So this instruction says this is the largest fraction here. So select the smallest one here. It is smallest numerator. So this is the smallest one and this is the largest one. Now you can arrange this in ascending order or descending order. Now look at this diagram. These diagrams represent above fractions. Here 3 over 5, 2 over 5, and here 4 over 5, and here 1 over 5. Now when you are observing these 4 rectangles, which one has the largest shaded part? This one has largest shaded part. Here this one has smallest shaded part. So this is the largest fraction and this one is the smallest fraction. Now I am going to write this in ascending order. When you are writing ascending order, first write the smallest one. It is 1 over 5. The next one is 2 over 5. Next one 3 over 5. And largest one is 4 over 5. Second example. Again denominators are equal. Different numerators. You have to write this in ascending order. So first write the smallest one. It is the smallest numerator. 1 over 8. Smallest one. Next one 3 over 8. Next one 4 over 8. Largest one is 7 over 8. Largest fraction is the fraction with largest numerator. Then third example. Here again denominators are same. It is 11. But different numerators. Now arrange this in ascending order. Smallest one is smallest numerator. It is 3 over 11. Next one 5 over 11. Next one 6 over 11. Largest one is 8 over 11. Earlier we compare fractions having same denominator. Now we are going to compare fractions having same numerator. Look at this example. Numerator is 1 but different denominators. This instruction says the larger fraction is the fraction with smaller denominator. Here different denominators. This one is the smallest denominator. So this fraction half is the largest fraction. Again read this one. Larger fraction is the fraction with smaller denominator. Here this one has smaller denominator than others. So this fraction half is the largest fraction here. Now look at this diagram representing above fractions. Here 3 parts, out of 3 parts, 1 part shaded, 1 over 3. 2 parts, 1 part shaded, 1 over 2. Here 1 over 4, here 1 over 5. Now think which figure has the highest shaded part. This one has highest shaded part. This one has smallest shaded part. So this is the largest fraction and this one is the smallest fraction. Now I am going to write this in ascending order. Start from smallest one. It is 1 over 5. Then you can see here 1 over 4 is greater than 1 over 5. This shaded part is greater than this one. So next one is 1 over 4. Next one 1 over 3 and largest one is half. Look at second example. Here numerators are same. It is 3. But denominators are different. I am going to write this in ascending order. First write the smallest one. It is 3 over 8. The smallest fraction has the largest denominator. Largest fraction has the smallest denominator. So this one is the largest one. Then second one is 3 over 7. Then 3 over 5. And largest one is 3 over 4. Third example. Again numerator is equal. It is 5. Different denominators. Here this fraction has the smallest denominator. So this is the largest one. This fraction has largest denominator. This is the smallest fraction. Smallest one is 5 over 13. Next 5 over 12, 5 over 11 and largest one is 5 over 9. Now you have to compare fractions with different denominators and different numerators. In the first one we compare fractions with same denominator. In the second one we compare fractions with same numerator. Now you have to learn to compare fractions with different denominators and different numerators. Look at this example. Numerators are different. Denominators also different. Here this is the instruction. Convert different denominators into a same denominator. Here these two are different denominators. First convert this into an equal denominator. Here denominator is 6. You can convert this denominator into 6 by multiplying this one by 2. So I am going to multiply both numerator and denominator by 2. Here value is 4 over 2 into 2 4 and 3 multiplied by 2 6. Keep this fraction remains. It is 5 over 6. Now we convert 2 over 3 into an equivalent fraction. It is 4 over 6. Right, same one here. Now you can see denominators are same. Same denominator. How you can compare these two? Largest one is the fraction containing largest numerator. 5 is greater than 4. 5 is greater than 4. This fraction is larger than this one. So you can put this in equal to symbol here and write these two fractions again. 2 over 3 and 5 over 6. Larger one is 5 over 6. Now I am going to explain this method again. When you have to compare fractions with different numerators and different denominators, first you have to convert it into a same denominator. Here denominator is 6. I convert this denominator into 6 by writing equivalent fraction. Multiply both by 2. Now denominators are same. You can compare numerators. This one has large numerator. So this fraction is larger than this one. Now look at second example. Numerators are different, denominators are different. I am going to convert these denominators into a same number. Here 8. You can convert this 4 into 8 by multiplying it by 2. Write 3 over 8 same and multiply the second fraction by 2. 1 multiplied by 2, 2. 4 multiplied by 2, 8. This one same. Write 3 over 8. Now which one is the larger one? 3 is greater than 2. So this fraction is greater than this one. Again write these two fractions. 3 over 8 is greater than 1 over 4. This is the answer. Look at third example. Again denominators are different. Can you convert 3 into 4 or 4 into 3? No, you can't. So you have to convert both 4 and 3 into another number. So you have to multiply both fractions by a number to convert into same denominator. 4 and 3, you can convert these two into 12. So multiply this one by 3. 3 multiplied by 3, 9. 4 multiplied by 3, 12. Then to convert this denominator into 12, multiply it by 4. Multiply both numerator and denominator by 4. 2 multiplied by 4, 8. 3 multiplied by 4, 12. Now, same denominator. It is 12. This one has larger numerator. So, this fraction is larger than this fraction. Then write these two original fractions. 3 over 4 is greater than 2 over 3. This is the answer. Then fourth example, denominator is 8 and here denominator is 2. You can convert 2 into 8 by multiplying this one by 4. So write 4 over 8 as above. Then multiply this one by 4. 4 over 8. Here 1 multiplied by 4, 4. 2 multiplied by 4, 8. What you can say about these two? Numerators equal, denominators equal. These two are equal fractions. In this fifth example, now you have to compare three fractions with three different denominators, 6, 3 and 2. Now you have to convert these three into a same denominator. Here 6, you can convert this into 6 by multiplying 2. You can convert this into 6 by multiplying 3. Keep this one remains. Write it as above. Multiply this one by 2 and multiply this fraction by 3. 5 over 6. Here 2 multiplied by 2, 4. 3 multiplied by 2, 6. 1 multiplied by 3, 3. 2 multiplied by 3, 6. Now we convert denominators of these fractions into a same denominator. It is 6. Now denominators are same. Different numerators. Which one is the lowest numerator? This one is the lowest numerator. So this fraction is the smallest fraction. It is 3 over 6. Then 4 over 6. Largest one is 5 over 6. Now we have to replace original fractions for these. 3 over 6. Here 3 over 6. And the original fraction is half. Here 4 over 6. 4 over 6 and the original one is 2 over 3. And the largest one is 5 over 6. It is given in the original one here, 5 over 6. This is the answer. Now look at sixth example. Again three fractions you have to compare. Denominators are 10, 5 and 2. You can convert these two denominators into 10. Multiply this one by 2 and multiply this one by 5. Write 3 over 10, then multiply by 2, multiply by 5. 3 over 10. Here 4 multiplied by 2, 8. 5 multiplied by 2, 10. 1 multiplied by 5, 5. 2 multiplied by 5, 10. Now denominators are same. You have to compare numerators. This one is the smallest numerator. So 3 over 10 is the smallest one. Next one is 5 over 10 and largest one is 8 over 10. Now write original fractions for these three. 3 over 10. It is in the question. So write it as same. 3 over 10. For 5 over 10. 5 over 10 is here. Original one is half. Then 8 over 10. It is here and the original one is 4 over 5. This is the answer. Now look at this example. 4 fractions to compare. Denominators 4, 6, 3, 2. What is the same denominator? You can convert all 4. You can convert all into 12. Multiply this one by 3. Multiply by 2. Multiply by 4. Multiply by 6. Here you have to multiply all 4 fractions to convert denominator into 12. 3 over 4 multiplied by 3. 5 over 6 multiplied by 2. 2 over 3 multiplied by 4. Half multiplied by 6. 3 multiplied by 3, 9 over 12. 5 multiplied by 2, 10 over 12. 2 multiplied by 4, 8 over 12. 6 over 12. Now denominators are same. It is 12. Now you have to compare numerators. This one is the lowest numerator. So it is the lowest fraction. Next one 8 over 12, 9 over 12 and largest one is 10 over 12. Now we have to replace these fractions using these originals. 6 over 12, it is here. What is the original fraction? Half. 8 over 12, it is here. What is the original one? 2 over 3. 9 over 12, it is here. Then original one is 3 over 4. 10 over 12, it is here. Original one is 5 over 6. So we arrange these fractions in ascending order. That is all for today. Goodbye everyone.